not even good morning. It's literally like 3:18 p.m. Look at me filming on the couch as if I slept on it. No, our entire house is super messy. We had a party 2 nights ago and I tried filming that day, but I was super manic. Do we earn points for not sleeping last night? I think we do. This is what our house looks like after our first house party. But I have a lot to get done today and I feel like I look like a mess right now, so I gotta do my makeup. I don't know if you guys noticed in the last video, but I have switched to filming on my phone. The reason I'm doing this is because I got my current camera when I was taking film classes in high school and I didn't know anything about cameras at the time. My teacher recommended my current camera for filmmaking in general. I had no idea that I was going to end up doing vlogging. And the camera I have, hold on, let me grab it. This camera is thick, this camera is heavy, this lens is long. So if I'm trying to do a selfie shot, or God forbid have a little tripod, my arm is going to get tired and the shot is not going to be good. It's going to be super close. Anyways, it's just not for vlogging. So I'm going to trade it out for the Canon EOS R50. And if you are looking for a new camera, every single different model matters. Every single different model has different qualities, unless it's a rebranded version and then they didn't upgrade it that much. But this new camera is lightweight and it comes out the actual color that is going on in the environment. So I'm going to trade in my camera and this bad boy. This is the Canon 16 to 35 millimeter ultrasonic lens. Please, 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 if you are ever researching film equipment of any kind, especially cameras and lenses, find one that applies to the actual filming that you are going to do. It's not always about how quality the product is. Update, now we are headed to Best Buy. I'm hanging out with Thomas and Holcomb. What does Kermit the Frog say?
Bitches be wildy.
Bitches be wildin'. So if you're ever trying to trade in equipment, Best Buy is not the place to do it.
You know you cannot. We locked him outside the car.
Guys, it is a week and a half later, the day after this vlog. My mom came into town and excuses. Next thing I know, I miss a post date and I am on the verge of missing this post date. So, I'm a big girl, and what do big girls do when they're depressed? Buy a new journal, of course. No! Baby, come here. Oh my God, that distracted me. But usually buying a journal for me gets me out of that depressive espresso mentality. So, I got my dream camera. And I am going to switch back to it, but I just want to show you how thin this camera is and how light this camera is compared to the camera that I showed you before. Now, back to the dirty details on a clean picture. I got this camera at Bedford. This was an amazing camera store and it's better than any of the ones I've been to in Colorado. I went to Best Buy to offer them the camera and the lens and they offered me $50. I go to Bedford's and get $800 credit. Now, from one perspective, somebody could tell me, oh, you could have made more money off of selling your equipment. And personally, I really don't feel like the process of shipping out equipment, waiting for the money, then going to wait for the camera to be on sale or not. Not only did I get that much credited, but I actually got some money back. Now, time for the juicy stuff. I seriously spent 0 time setting up the white balance for this clip. White balance was my biggest enemy with my old camera. It drove me nuts. This comes out the most natural picture. This is the actual color going on in this room, in this moment. Now, come with me. If I'm going to be doing vlogs, I'm going to be holding my arm up like this. With my old camera, if I were to film this exact same shot, it would cut off here and here. And yes, that has to do with the lens, but it also just has to do with the camera body itself. Another thing, I'm just gonna move this real quick. Move. Notice how there's no blur, notice how there's no lagging. It was frustrating for a really long time when I was getting better footage for my videos through my phone, the camera that I invested in. I bought it when I had the money, but I didn't have the knowledge of where to go or which one to choose. I wish I could have started off with this camera. Now, because I did do my research, if you guys want a video of me showing you why I picked this camera, why it's so good, the details that go into it, comment below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you haven't, subscribing does make a difference. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.